Good people, what is going on? Another episode of the All Go Podcast. I'm your host, Desmond. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. As you can see, I'm rocking the weight vest today. Trying to up my walks a little bit. I've been slacking on getting in the gym, so trying to do a little something. Anywho, do you want to start a business? Do you want to start a low-cost business? Hit the link in the description to visit PLR Epic, where you can get 104 ebooks for $8. Resell them, keep 100% of the profits, and you're rocking and rolling. Hit the link in the description. Now, want to talk about Shedeur Sanders had his preseason game. He played, I think, about a half or so. And so I did a video where I didn't think that the process that they had on getting Shedeur, when he was going to start, I didn't think they did a great job as far as process of, hey, if he's going to be starting, he needs to get some reps with the guys who are also going to start. Now, they ended up sitting a lot of guys. It was, once again, it was odd. It was weird. But in the game, Shedeur, I thought he played pretty well. It's the preseason. So I'm not going to go crazy. Right? It's not everything, but it's also not nothing. And I think the part that's been a little frustrating is all of a sudden, preseason is nothing. But when J.J. McCarthy last year had a really good preseason game as a rookie, mind you, drafted first round, it was something. It was clearly something. And when guys think it up, like Tyler Shuck, Spencer Rattler, it's everything. So I didn't love how some people are just trying to downplay it of, oh, man, it was preseason, that's nothing. He played against 4s and 3s and so on and so forth. Well, he actually played against 1s. The Carolina Panthers played their starting defense. So he played against 1s with 2s and 3s on his side. So the overall theme is, number one, he played on time. And that's something that we saw at Colorado. We've seen that at Jackson State. He does a terrific job of getting the ball out of his hands on a pretty consistent basis. And that's something that you just frankly have to have as a quarterback, is you have to be able to get the ball out on time consistently. You can make a pretty darn good living just doing that as a quarterback in the NFL. Had a couple plays that he extended with his feet. The one with the touchdown pass where he was kind of scrambled out to his left, squared up and threw the pass to the back corner of the end zone. That was an A+ throw. I know it wasn't 50, 60 yards down the field, but to be able to get that ball over the corner and into the end zone was that was a nice throw. And he was on the move, so it wasn't like he was just sitting and in the pocket. He was on the move, which increases that difficulty, makes it a little bit tougher. So that was solid. It was really good. I think with Shedeur, one of the things he's going to have to get out of, and Baker Mayfield had this issue as well, is getting you can't run around the way that you did in college. You're gonna get walked down, number one, or number two, you're gonna get hurt. Because, and same thing for Baker, and which Baker's actually gotten better at it. I think he's also gotten quicker, but you're not faster than these guys. These guys are freak athletes. They're, Myles Garrett's going to be chasing you down. Brian Burns, Aiden Hutchinson, TJ Watt. Like, these guys are athletic freaks. You cannot be in the backfield whirling and twirling all around and expect to live a long life. Because what it does is, even if sometimes you escape it, when you don't, it is crippling to assume the drive is over. Because it's one thing to get sacked for 7 yards. It's another thing to get sacked for 17 yards. Coaches don't have plays for 3rd and 24. They don't have a play for that. It's going to be a quick screen or a draw. That's it. So those are things where you can turn a bad play into a disaster. And sometimes, and I get it, Shedeur didn't fumble, but, you know, when you're now back 17 yards and then you fumble the ball, which does happen sometimes. All right, now this is code red, right? So I think that's something he'll have to do a better job of just sometimes it is okay to get outside the pocket. Nothing is there. Throw the ball away. That is okay. We can live with that. Or get 2 yards, right? Climb the pocket, get 2 yards, get down. That's a positive play. But we can't have the, you know, running backwards like that. He's got to cut that out of his game. It's just not a great. It's a bad habit, and he's gotten away with it, especially when he was at Colorado. But that's something you just don't want to get in a habit of, because it's just not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. So, but overall, I thought he played pretty well. If you're Dillon Gabriel, you've got to be pretty concerned, pretty worried, because I'm not sure there's a world that exists where Dillon Gabriel would play as well as Shedeur did in that preseason game. I don't think Dillon Gabriel can do that. And also, you're also banged up too. So you've got to try to beat someone out who's already ahead of you, and you probably don't possess that talent. Like, Dillon Gabriel does not have a big arm. He's not a big guy. Like, there's not much that's going in his favor for that position, and you're injured. So we'll see what happens. Once again, I don't know why Kenny Pickett is on this roster. He's not a good quarterback. He's not even a backup quarterback. He's not one of the best 64 quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't believe that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think he's one of 64. So to me, having him on the roster would be a waste. But I digress. That is it for me. Greatly appreciate it. Since you're here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Would greatly appreciate it. Help grow the channel. And that is it for me. Peace.